Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy Eric and we're back. Today I'm going to show you what I got for the ZR1. Since the last video y'all saw the Supercharger C's, when I took it out, I was pretty much like at a wit's end. Like I didn't know what options I can do. So I just ended up buying a new stock blower LS9 from a 25,000 mile ZR1. So lower miles than my ZR1 has 26,000 miles, so that's pretty good. So I ended up just getting a stock blower. We'll check it out right now just so y'all can see the differences between that one and the other one. It was a pretty good deal. I got the stock Supercharger along with it comes with the ported snout, and I think it's a Kong brakes divider. I'll show you what it is right now. I haven't really seen it too often. Maybe just, I don't know, maybe I'm oblivious or naive, but I haven't seen it too often. So the brake divider, I guess, it redirects air directly to each brick instead of just having one area of circulating air. So I want to throw that on the stock lid with the upgraded bricks that I have already on it, and hopefully that helps with the cooling. Here's the new Supercharger that I just got, and then these are the two boxes. So that one's for the new Superchargers and then this is the box I bought from Kong so I can ship it out. They're pretty much the same boxes, just this one feels like a lot more sturdier. The padding's like a lot more tougher, so I don't know if that's just like an old generation box, but I'm gonna just be moving this one into that box. And let's check out the new Supercharger. Yo, I don't know if times has changed, but I guess you have to flip the Supercharger backwards to fit on in the box that it came with, that I ordered from Kong. Because this box, I literally just sat the blower upside. This is downside, and then I guess I'll just show y'all how it looks beneath the LS9. It's cool. Gaskets look pretty good, expected from a 25,000 mile ZR1. I just remember it was really hard to take off this snout, man. Kind of got to hit it with a soft mallet to detach it. You have to make your own little gasket for it. I guess times has changed, man. I guess it's the really old generation, and then this is the new generation box. And then we are gonna still keep I'm not sure if this one has the stock coupler, but if it does, this is gonna be a part anyway when Kong's rebuilding it. So I just told him he could just upgrade this to my coupler that I had on my east blower, and then this is the 235 pulley. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna just send it, see what he thinks. If not, I guess he'll just send it back. But man, this is my coupler from my other blower, and then my pulley. And then this is the undercarriage of an LS9, man. This is all new to me, man. I've never taken apart like a blower like this. I did it once, but like it's fairly new to me, this platform. And then look at the size, the difference in sizes of the box. All right, enough talk about the box. Let's get this package so we can send it out. Peace. Oh, I did forget to mention, when you send it out, you do have to. Kong did recommend take off all like the fuel lines, injectors, and like I guess the plug wires and stuff that were attached to it. So this one is just a Supercharger, so I didn't have to do anything to that. The other one I did take apart. And then you also have to print out the receipt and then attach it to the top of the box. It pretty much goes like this, I guess. Man, let's figure it out.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Alright, it's being sent out, so. Alright guys, so check it out, dude. Kong did such an amazing job porting this and like just like specking it out perfectly. Now I did one with like the basic export, the basic porting, not the export, just because I've known some guys that have gone to export before have said like it leaks coolant eventually over time. It makes sense because like the export goes like to the extreme, like where I think they have to, I don't know, so ported they have to put like some fittings around it or something like that. Basically to me, like that's compromising like the integrity and like the structural base of like the blower itself. In my mind, it just makes sense not to go like too extreme, and they said eventually like it'll leak coolant and stuff like that. I'm not sure how true that is, but it kind of makes sense in my head, because like if you pour anything too much, you risk like the structural integrity of the whole item or whatever like that you're porting. Because just think about it, like you have like a solid cube and like you drill a hole in it so big, it's not going to be as strong as when all the material was in it before. So that was my thinking behind it. But let's go back to so this whole mock-up was such a, I'm gonna say the word, but it was a little complicated. So first things first, let's address the first issue that came with the why you even got a whole blower in the first place. Was this is completely seized up, no movement of the rotors, nothing like that, free flowing rotors. Awesome. We did get this Nick Williams 103 Kong throttle body. Obviously the bigger throttle body you're gonna have, here's the stock one, turn side to side. Look how much big of a difference that is. So much more airflow, it's gonna be more power, right? But we did went ahead and pull it up to the Kong's recommended size of the 255, nothing lower than a 2.5 pretty much. Went ahead and pulled that back up in size, and then you can, dude, this is like the most craziest part of the porting. I don't know how much I can tell or see from here, but I'll just go ahead and open up the blade. Look at that, is crazy. Look at how much airflow you're gonna get off the whole porting. I got lucky. This blower already came with a ported snout. I didn't ask why, so I'm not too sure why, but he said it does not, he does not port these snouts. The reason behind it, I don't know, but you can tell, yes, the stock one right here. I still got my stock snout. There's a big difference, right? So you get so much better airflow from that. So if anyone's looking for a seized blower and like a stock snout with the gaskets on it, let your boy know. Could be a cheap rebuild. I think spending like $3,000, $4,000 on a stock blower. This one's for sale. Like I said, stock. Kong did say he could possibly rebuild it. Just don't want to have to deal with ifs. Or I just went ahead and got a whole new blower. They said he could possibly rebuild it, but I wasn't gonna waste the time shipping and having it back, waiting for if it can or can't be built. So I just went ahead, went with something that was for sure, that was already pretty much new. It has 25,000 miles. My ZR1 has 26,000 miles, so that was good to go in my book. So yep, man, just like I love the way this looks, man. Like the architecture of it. Kind of a shame you won't see it. I guess you will under the hood. And I'm really excited to rock this 103 throttle body, fully back up with the ported blower, man. Really awesome. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited to get started on the ZR1 build again. Who knows, we could potentially make more power, right? It's ported, bigger throttle body, ported snout, but we did pull it up in size. So my balance itself back out to normal power. Let's get to it. All right, guys, while I was working on the vet, this came in today. This is pretty much one of the final pieces for the ZR1. If it is what I think it is, I'm pretty happy about this right now. I'm just say it, this is the cold air intake, the 5-inch. We'll see right now what it is. Honestly, I did not get the Gen 3 Kong cold air. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna spend freaking $3,000 on a cold air. Like, that's just ridiculous, dude. Like, I'm not spending that. And I'm not spending $1,000 either on a stupid cold air, dude. So, I'm gonna do that like that. Bunch of packaging right here. Let's see. Simple with it because it was still kind of expensive. I think I got it for a good deal. Look at that, even in microfiber. Hey, I appreciate you. Homie that sold me this on Facebook Marketplace came in clutch. Jeez. Look at this. Brand spanking new, pretty much. There it is. Kong cold air, 5-inch, beautiful piece. I know everyone's getting the Gen 2 or Gen 3 cold air, like a ram air effect, but I'm pretty happy with this one. It was $500, so looks pretty good condition still. So and he wrapped it pretty good for me. The only thing is they had shipped. It was supposed to be like 2, maybe 3 days tops, because I got it from another guy in Texas, Progresso, Texas, I think, in the Valley. The only thing is, it was supposed to get it 2 days. I was waiting for the day to come in, and I didn't. Like, it never came in, so I was like, oh, maybe it's just taking a little bit. It got hold up at the shipping place. Oh, look, we got the matching, I forget what these are called, cold air, not couplers, I don't know what they are, but anyways, oh, we get the V-bands, the these adapters or whatever. This is for the MAF, I believe, or to the throttle body. Got everything for me. Awesome. So it's supposed to only be 2 days. The morning of it was supposed to get here. Oh, this is the filter, I believe. Alright guys, what's going on? Just finished putting the blower back on. It's right here. I'm gonna torque it right down to spec. I just wanted to drain the oil real quick. This is from the catch can, man. So I think I did that. Got the oil change done. Just want to show you how the oil. It's pretty good. Just some of the leaf falling down from the tree. But other than that, pretty clear. It's not really any metal or anything like that. So pretty clean, not too bad. Man, we'll be ready back out streets. Get it retuned and let's get back to some more work. Alright guys, what's going on? This is your boy Eric. We're back. This is day 2. Yesterday I had some errands to do, had to cut it short. But yesterday I did get the blower back on. Today I'm just gonna go over some like little stuff here and there. We'll do like a little Target run. I got like a little small vacuum, 30 bucks. So hopefully I think this can get into like the crevices of the supercharger. Pretty much where like the bolts for the supercharger go on. I know there's some like debris got in there, like the fiberglass firewall or something like that. Might have just fell in there. And that's just gonna be in my head the whole time. So if I have the supercharger on, I throw everything back on, that's just gonna be in the back of my mind the whole time, like dang, all this debris is in there. So I'm gonna try to just get some of that out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get anything out. Maybe when the blower locked up, I don't know if maybe some debris got on the upgraded lids on the upgraded bricks on the lid. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and get rid of some of that as well with the new vacuum that I just bought. So, and it's really cold today, man, 50 degrees. Gotta get it done. And after this, I do have to change the brake pads on my TRX too. So I'm gonna try to just knock this out and then at least get the lid back on and everything. And then I did go ahead and I got a new cold air. Where did I see? It's on Marketplace, man. I swear everything's on Marketplace. I got a Gen 1 Kong cold air. I went ahead and got that. It came with the fittings already, so I just pretty much have to attach it to the throttle body and that's it. But since there is a bigger throttle body and because there's a bigger pulley, the belt size is going to change. Shout out John again. He used to be the mechanic at Lethal Performance in Texas. He let me borrow one of his ZR1 belts. That's a bigger size, so hopefully that fits first try. And I'll just buy it from him. He's just letting me it so I can test fit it. Hopefully it fits. We can be on the street soon, go back and get it tuned again. I'm probably just gonna go with Lethal, man, because the car was running pretty good from the Lethal tune with Sean. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take it back to Lethal, see what they can do. And then, man, we'll be back in the streets. Street signs, if y'all know street signs, I don't gotta tell y'all who they are. Apparently they're gonna have a meet, maybe towards the end of this month. Hopefully I can get the car up and running by then. So today's Friday, so I don't think I can get it tuned this week. And then I'll be out of town, so maybe next week. Hopefully I can get everything. Man, if everything goes good, right? It's always some like bullshit that's happening. Like yesterday, I spent like, I swear, half an hour finding one of the bolts fell off the catch can into the engine bay. I was there like half an hour trying to find it, and it was just so annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna try to knock this out. So here's some footage of me, I guess, getting some debris out, if y'all wanna watch that. Good YouTube, we're back. Pretty excited because right here we have the final missing piece to start the ZR1. Man, the ZR1 hasn't been starting since like October of last year, like 3-4 months already. Right now we're about to get ready to start the ZR1. Sheesh.